Good morning and welcome back to it, guys. This is the Now Morning Show, and I'm particularly excited because I'm joined by some incredible women as the TKR is getting ready to celebrate their 10th anniversary as a franchise, and they have bestowed the pleasure of gracing us with the presence of some of their most formidable members, making sure that women's cricket in Trinidad and Tobago is at the forefront. So let me welcome to the Now Morning Show Anisa Mohammed, the TKR team member and former West Indies player, as well as Jhulan, is it? How do I pronounce?
Yeah, Jhulan.
Jhulan Goswami, the first woman to take 200 wickets in cricket, first of all, but also a fast bowler and TKR women's team mentor and former India women's team player. Ladies, good morning and welcome to the Now.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Delightful, because CPL itself gets us excited. But here we have women's cricket at the forefront with some incredible stars. So let me say thank you very much for making the time to have the conversation. But jumping right into it, the truth is the women's sport world doesn't get as much attention as the men. So let's dive into, from the perspective of a player, Anisa, currently, how would you describe the current investment, if you will, both from fans, from investors, other teams, into the world of women's cricket?
I think we could do a lot better. Compared to when I was playing to now, I think we're moving into the right direction. I think by 2028, we're going to have equal pay here in the West Indies, men and women. But in terms of sponsorship, we don't get that. What we lack in the Caribbean is opportunities. And we can't have more opportunities if we don't have more sponsorship. Kudos to Massey for taking up a 5-year contract and allowing us to have the CPL. However, we would like to see more persons jumping on board and have more franchise for women's cricket. We have a lot of talent here in the Caribbean, but again, we don't have opportunities. And how can we move forward and compete with the rest of the world if we are not given opportunities?
Good question. Jan, would you agree that it's the same across the waters as well?
Well, you know, in India, it was earlier what she said, it was pretty similar. It was difficult for us to play quality cricket, play regular basis competitive international cricket, because again, sponsorship fund was a huge task. But since BCCI took over women's cricket in India, slowly start getting better. But it's taken a lot of time. After 2017 World Cup final, when we played against England, we lost that match in final. But that is a huge boom in Indian women's cricket, particularly in a grassroots level. A lot of young girls start believing they can take this sports as if professionally, and that's a huge boom. And after that, things start getting better. We start getting a lot of sponsorship, central contract, and people start following you as a superstar. And that's a big thing. And nowadays, Smriti Mandhana, Harmanpreet Kaur or Jemimah Rodrigues, they're the household name. Everybody knows. And they have huge social media follower, more than 1 million. So that's a big boom. And what BCCI does recent past, that they pay a structure, what she said, they does the same equal pay to men's and women's, and they started WPL, Women's Premier League, like our counterpart IPL.
Right.
So that's give us a lot of stability in our young generation girls, and that's getting, we're getting a lot of quality competitive cricketer, and cricket is getting better.
I like that cricket is getting better. We would have met at the cricket symposium where that was part of the conversation, making West Indian cricket particularly the focus. But when we talk about women's cricket, you are one of those superstars that she's talked about. And I wonder what would have led you towards pursuing it professionally and the route that you took, because there was also some delving into the world of men's cricket technically, so that you had your own driving force behind why you see importance in women's cricket.
Yeah, I think when I grew up, there were a lot of grassroots cricket for boys, and women were allowed to be part of that. So I was part of that structure. However, after some time, West Indies cricketers, we were doing well, and then the basics fell away. So they were no longer grassroots cricket. And I think that's our downfall in West Indies cricket right now. So I think what they need to start doing is they need to start back those grassroots programs. I now work at Sport TT, and I can tell you we are going into communities and starting cricket in communities. So we are hoping that we would be able to build back what we went through and have those grassroots programs, cricket in the communities, and hopefully 3, 4, 5 years down the road, we can start to produce a lot more good cricketers and hopefully help West Indies cricketers as well.
All right, I like the planning because CPL is coming,
Yes.
and we need to make sure that the people are on board, making sure that they support maybe their favorite team and their favorite players alike. So when we talk about the matches coming up and the actual gameplay, we have to talk about expectation. And he said, how are we feeling going into the tournament?
I think we have a very good chance of winning this year's WCPL. Looking at our team, I think we have a very strong team, but having said that, cricket is played on the day. But I think we do have a lot of experience, and with Jhulan here with us, I'm sure that will help quite a lot.
Now, as a mentor, you're able to, or ideally, you're looking at places that we can build and develop on. So give us a little insight into what you think is the strongest parts of the team or features of the team. Not necessarily persons, but what we're best at.
I think we have very quality balanced side. We have good quality cricketer like Dandra as a leader, she lead the team and she loves to take the responsibility. That's a big thing in as a leader. And same with the experience like Anisa. She knows how to take those challenges in an odd time, because she have done a lot of things for women's cricket. She is a backbone once upon a time for women's cricket in West Indies. And same time we have a couple of overseas quality players like Jemima. She can bring a lot of international experience as well as Premier League experience. Shikha Pandey, she is also doing well in WPL. Jess Janashan also is coming from Australia. So we have very balanced side and balance with the experience and the youth in our side. So we are hoping this season will do better.
I like that you point out that you have the balance of youth as well, because that's the next step, getting a lot of youth involved with cricket. Like you said, it's much easier and much more attractive for young males usually, but the young women need to understand that they have iconic persons right here from Trinidad and Tobago, and let me say from Grandy particularly, that can definitely show them how it's done. So when we get ready for this, we're going to see a lot more of the players. We're going to follow them on social media. We're going to be able to connect with them. What is one of the things, Anisha, that you hope that young players, male or female, take away from the CPL team, TKR team rather, for CPL itself?
What I would like to see is our young players actually going to our overseas players and having conversations with them. You can learn a lot by just talking to these players. I have seen it in the past, and now I find a lot of our young players, they're a bit shy, but I hope they come out of their shells and try to get some knowledge from these overseas players. Like Jhulan said, we have a lot of experience in our team. We have a lot of international players who've played a lot of cricket and have many different experiences. And if you're able to have those conversations with them, I'm sure they will learn something from them.
And in that case, tell me a little bit as to what you're going to teach those younger players, because as mentor, I mean, that's part of the responsibility.
As a mentor, my role is very simple. Try to communicate with them, try to get the information from them. First of all, what she said, they are very shy, and you have to go to them. You have to approach to them.
Okay.
You don't expect that they will come to you. You have to take initiative, and that is my role. Try to go there, knowing their background, and try to give them the understood that I am for you. I'm standing here, and whatever things if you need outside cricket, we are here to give you the best support, and you just go there, enjoy your game, try to gather some information and use in your cricketing expertise, like cricket field, practice sessions. That is how is the basics things I'm going to share my knowledge. Try to bring few international cricketers like Anisha, Jamie or JJ or Jess Janashan can come down to talk to those youngsters, and they are the future of West Indies cricket. They are the future of women's cricket. In women's cricket fraternity is a very small world. So if you get more quality cricket on a regular basis, the women's cricket also grow in world-wise. So it's not about West Indies cricket. It's world-wise. We have to go to the women's cricket.
And I feel you 100%, because what I'm hearing continuously is ridiculous support, and that is a beautiful part of the conversation. But for us non-cricketers, the spectators, how do we support you guys? What do you need to see for this upcoming CPL?
what I would like to see is people actually stay back to see our game. A lot of times we have played before the men, and people, they usually come in just to see the men's game. This year they have tried something different, where West Indies men would play South Africa men, and we play immediately after. What I would like to see is people actually stay and see us play. You know, just having that crowd support means a lot to us.
Yeah, we need that support.
Yes.
And we can entertain them also.
Yes.
We can play better cricket. And we develop that.
Yeah.
The power, the boundaries, sixes, wicket, we can develop that. And we're doing that. And we just need your support and your belief that our girls are also doing the same thing. That's all we need.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wherever you are, which part of the country you are, please watch and support women's cricket.
Yes.
That much we can ask for.
And that's all we need. Yeah, that's all we need. No, that 10th anniversary of the franchise, it means some big celebrations too. Any ways we're going to see that translating that you can share with us?
Well, we want to celebrate the 10th year with a bang. So obviously we're going for a victory, going for another trophy. We have one so far, and we want to join the men. You know, I believe they have about 5.
Yeah.
So we kind of behind, and we want to celebrate this 10th year anniversary with another trophy.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to wish you guys good luck. I'm definitely getting my merch and my t-shirts and my everything to come out and support as best that I can. But I will admit that I'm a little bit heavy, so might need to wear the color so I don't jinx it. But we'll see how that goes. We are getting ready for matches taking place right in this month of August. So the 22nd, 23rd, 25th, 27th. All matches will be played at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And of course, you can get your tickets online at westindiescricket.com. But we are making sure that TTT is the home of everything TKR and CPL as we continue to have conversations as we get ready to head to the pitch, so to speak. So let me say thank you very much to my very incredible guests. Continue to make us proud regardless. And I say us because I am a TKR supporter for sure.
Yes.
And I do hope that we chat again. But until then, guys, more interesting conversations are happening on the Now Morning Show after these messages.
10 years of TKR. A decade of cricket, a decade of celebration, a decade of lifting trophies with legends in their name, a decade of dominance that goes beyond the game. It is we who set the bar. It is we who define greatness. It is we who have the power to win again and again and again. We are TKR, and this is the decade